Hello and welcome back to another LX450 Land Cruiser video. This question is the most asked question ever since I got the Land Cruiser. People just wants to know, how much did you pay, NuttyNu? How much did you pay for this Lexus 450? We all know you found it as a barn find. It's been sitting for 10 years. We know you spent 2 months tracking the owner. We know you got a good deal on it, new. How much did you pay? Because we know that you listed it for $7,000, which is big gains if you were to sell it. So first and foremost, I want to say something before all you guys get mad at me. We live in America where people buy things and we sell it at a higher price. That's how the economy works. If you go to the store, everything you're buying has a markup because the company has to make a profit. Now, people, when they know you like on a personal level, or at least they're mutual friends to you, they tend to get really mad when they know that you're making money or you're profiting. It's really weird. It's sad because if I see my buddies making profits and they're making gains, I'm gonna cheer them on, man. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're ripping people off. It's so crazy that people get mad. Like, for example, like in the car business, people get mad when they know that you bought the car for $100 and you're trying to sell it for $500. Like, it's so dumb. They can do whatever they want. There's a difference between flipping things, making money flipping things, and then there's a difference between ripping people off. Ripping people off is like saying, hey, I'm gonna sell you this Land Cruiser, it's in super great condition, runs amazing, and then you sold it with the knowledge of knowing that, oh, it has a bad motor, it has a knocking engine, when you sold it to the seller that has no clue what they're buying. That's the reason why I took down the ad for this when I found out that the head was cracked. I didn't want to sell it anymore with the head crack. I'd rather just keep it for what it is. So there's a difference between ripping somebody off, and there's a difference between flipping something to make money. The housing market, you flip it, you make money. Car business, you do that. Food business, everything you do is flipping. You're making a profit. So for all you folks that are hating on flipping, sucks to be you. We live in America. If you don't like it, you can go move somewhere else and do whatever you want to do. But anyways, back to our topic. How much did I pay for this LX450? It's a 97. You guys know the story. If you guys don't know the story, go back and watch my videos when you found it. I paid, let's start from the beginning. When I first met the owner, I gave her an offer. I was like, hey, would you just consider, well, she was like, make me an offer. And I'm like, well, I'll be more willing to give you $500. And then she was like, okay, I'll talk to my husband and call you back, whatever. And so my initial offer was $500, which was pretty low, but who cares? Gave her told her $500, and then a couple days later, she gave me a call back. She's like, hey, my husband says $1,000. You can have it for $1,000. And I was like, okay, $1,000. Here I come. So yes, I got it for $1,000, but that's not the total expense. I basically went there, bought it for $1,000. So $1,000 is out the door price of what I paid to the owner. Is it a good deal? Of course it's a good deal. It's a Land Cruiser, solid axle. The parts alone, if I was to strip it, is worth more than $1,000. So I pay $1,000. My tow guy charged me $80. I actually gave him $120 plus $120 total for tips and stuff. So $120 for that. I got the title renew. $40 for the title renew. I didn't do the registration. Registration would have been like $200, but I didn't want to do that yet. Renew my registration. I didn't want to do that yet because I didn't know if the vehicle was running at that, or I didn't know if it was running good at that time. And if I didn't want to waste money renewing the registration if I didn't want to drive it. And then I spent $45 making a copy of these keys. The Lexus keys are like this. They're different. They're not your typical keys. They're like I forgot what they're called, but they're cut inside. They're inside cut. So I spent $45 getting a spare key. I didn't have to, but I only had one key when I got this vehicle, and I wanted to have an extra spare key just in case. And then I spent $100 at my local fabrication shop. They were parting out a LX450. I spent $100 getting the 3 car door switches, and then I spent like $30 on the door switch on the driver's side on Amazon. And then I spent $100. I found a set of tires and wheels already mounted for $100 because this vehicle, it was on flat tires when I bought it. And I think that's pretty much it. 1,000 tow, titles, keys, door switches, what else? And I spent $40 tires and wheels. and I spent $40 buying a U-joint because the rear U-joint was busted up, and I think that was the reason why this vehicle was parked for 10 years. So I spent $40 on the rear U-joint and did the labor myself. So total of all is under $1,500. Like not the exact, but $1,500 was the total expense so far. So I spent about $1,500 on this LX450 out of pocket so far. I don't plan to spend any more money on this because I don't want to fix it up. Well, here's the thing, guys. If you guys watched my last video talking about the crack head on the cylinder is not super bad. Like, really, it's not that bad. So what I might consider in the summertime, I don't want to start parting it out yet. The only thing I did part out was the middle seats. The second row seats, I sold it for $150, so you can take that off of the expense and whatever that is. So the thing is that this vehicle still drives really good. So I might wait till summertime and get this fixed. Because really, if I want to make this at least just drivable, I have to just replace the front brakes because the rotors are all warped up. If I was to go and press the brake, start, it's pretty scary. So you gotta slowly pump the brakes when you're coming to a brake. So if I really want to make this at least drivable, I got to replace the front brakes and change all the fluids. Not all the fluids, but at least the main fluids like your oil, coolant maybe the differential gear if you wanted to. And I have to replace the front main seal or either the timing cover seal because it's leaking pretty bad. It's not leaking your typical oil where it's like one drop every other minute. It's leaking pretty it's leaking pretty bad. Like once you let it run for a while, you can see a good amount of oil. Like I wouldn't drive this, or I would definitely have to top this vehicle off and the oil off at least every other day if I plan to drive. So there are some few things that needs to be fixed if you just want to drive it. But if you want to do like a full baseline of it, it might run to you about over $1,000. So right now I'm just waiting to see in the summertime and see what I want to do. There's still a few parts here and there that I might want to swap it over to my red truck. For example, the spoiler on the red truck, when I got it, it had a bunch of stickers and I peeled all those stickers off. And then while I was doing that, it chipped some of the paint off, so I swapped the spoiler from the Toyota to the Lexus because the Lexus one was all nice and paint and clean. So there's a few things that I want to switch over from the Lexus to the red one, but again, I don't want to bother with it yet until springtime, summertime. I got lockers on order ready for the Toyota, and then I just ordered another spare tire for the Toyota. That should be here tomorrow. And then I'm also gonna order some rare old man emu stock coils for the Toyota because the front is already old man emu and the original one is the back one is the original Toyota one. So there's a few things where I'm focusing my mind on. I'm focusing more on my red truck versus the Lexus. And again, I don't want to spend any more money on the Lexus right now. So there it is, guys. You guys been asking so much question. That's how much I spent. You can say $1,000 or you can put it $1,500. That's what I spent. Is it a good deal? Heck yes, it's a pretty good deal. It's basically a steal in this day and age because if you guys know anything about Land Cruiser, they're super rare, they're super hard to find, and I think, you know, am I lucky? I guess I'm somewhat lucky, but again, at the same time, you guys gotta understand, I spent my time, sweat and blood looking for Land Cruiser for like 2 months, and you know, I spent time doing this. So for anyone thinks that they can if anyone thinks that, oh, Nu's just lucky, well, guess what, he put in the work for it, and you can do the same thing too, man. If you really want a Land Cruiser, you gotta get out there, drive around, find a Land Cruiser, find people that might want to sell it because they're not gonna just pop up on the internet nowadays. It's really hard to do. So do what you gotta do, guys. You guys got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.